Hey y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Motorcycle Park in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Baxter Cycle's right up over there on the hill. Look what they've lent me today. Now I dug my 350 out this morning. I hadn't ridden it in so long, and I just love riding my 350 Classic. This is a 350 Classic also, except this is a brand spanking new one, and they've done a couple extra things to it. But so what is a 350 Classic? So Royal Enfield 350 Classic is a 20 horsepower single cylinder motor. It's a single overhead cam, 2-valve, air-cooled, has a 5-speed transmission, 20 horsepower, 20 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 27 Newton meters. It's just a fabulous engine. I've got about 10,000 miles on mine. I always love riding it. It's just a hoot. You know, it's very light to push around. It's easy to handle. It's small. The wheelbase is 1390, I think, for the you know, from hub to hub, axle to axle. I think that is about 54 and 3/4 or something like that. So 1390 millimeters. The weight on these things, it's 430 pounds, which is about 195 kilograms. But the weight, the center of gravity is so low that you wouldn't think it weighed that much. That's how light they are. I just about pulled it over on myself. And anyway, just a fabulous thing. It's got front suspension is 5.1 inches or 43 millimeter forks, 41 millimeter forks, I think, with 5.1 inches of travel in the front. That is about 130 millimeters. It's got a 19-inch front tire, a 300 millimeter disc brake on the front with a dual piston bi-brake caliper. Right there it is. Look at that chrome wheel. I love it. See-out tires? Yeah, see-out tires. On the rear, it's got a 270 disc, dual shocks. Look at those chrome shocks, chrome pipe, all kinds of chrome on there. 270 disc with a single piston bi-brake caliper. Look at that wheel. Look at that hub. Isn't that just... I like it. I like it a lot. This pipe is an extra add-on. We'll talk about that in a minute. It does come with a center stand. You know, everything is metal. You know, everything is metal on this thing. You know, metal. This is they call it a, I don't know what they call it, cassette or something like that. Look at the paint on that. Wow. This is cast aluminum, this part here. So, you know, like I said, everything is metal on these things. These are, we call those pilot lights or tiger eyes. Look at that, huh? I love the way those look. I love that whole front end. We'll get into that here in a minute. Running back this way, knee pads. I think this is a low seat, and you can tell that it's like the regular seat, but it cuts lower, so it has a little more dramatic effect. It swoops, so you have the tank swooping up, and you have the seat swooping like that, you know. So it's a really good look on there. It also lowers the bike slightly. I think seat height on this bike is 805 millimeters, which I believe is about 32 and a half, something like that inches. Now, that sounds like a big number, but it's actually not. And one, the seat is lower. And then two, the bike is so narrow that it's just a very easy thing, you know. And then three, the center of gravity of these things is so low that it just you got to get if you have any interest in a bike like this, get down to Baxter Cycle and check one out. It's a very comfortable place to be. Great beginner bike, in my opinion. A great bike to own, like I have one, and I can't get rid of it because it serves a purpose for me that I get out there when I just want to enjoy riding motorcycle. The art of riding a motorcycle. You get on the thing, and when I'm sitting on this bike with a full face helmet, I can't see the gauge cluster. I have to turn my head down to do it. But it doesn't matter because the bike, you know, 65 and 65, you can tell when you're going that fast. And I just feel like I'm flying through the air. You know, it's a, I call it my Zenfield. It's a very calming, relaxing, wonderful place to be. It is enjoyable. I think I did, I don't know what my longest day would be. I know I did over 300 miles on one day. I think I did 702 days once on a Classic. I did 1,000 miles on a 350 Meteor, same engine. So, you know, they're a very capable machine. But isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that thing. I like it. I like the color of this one. I don't know if that green is showing up in the sun. So we've got the green. We've got this, I don't know if you'd call that copper. These are raised letters on top of this black. So there's a black panel here. There's the green. There's the knee pads. Little chrome cap on there. So the cap kind of mimics the tank if you look at it. The shape of it, you know, the cap. So the tank shape, the cap shape, and then this thing shape all mimics. Going up here, this is really artful, I think. And this is a throwback to the days of old, you know, the way the bars are attached, and this little thing here. You get up here, and that's the whole gauge cluster right there. You've got a speedometer. If you do this, you got a neutral light, a gas light, a battery light, an ABS light. Then down here in this little spot, you've got the fuel gauge. So you do have a fuel gauge. And then if you use this button right here, now just watch right there. Trip 1, trip 2, time, and then the odometer. So this bike's got 14 miles on it. Running over here, got the clutch lever, these swooping clutch levers, you know, thin like this, wide this way, radius with the barrel grips. I think you all have heard me say this before. I love the way, see how that feels in the hand right there? They just work really well together. Very comfortable. Information button to control this thing down here. Flash to pass, low beam, high beam, the blinkers, a horn. Over here it's the kill switch, the run switch. This is the brake lever. These are the hazard lights. Now here is the start button. You just rock this over. How about that, huh? And that's the next thing, this pipe. Aftermarket pipe. Look at that thing, huh? Piece of beauty, isn't it? Really makes a good sound. We'll take this thing for a ride here in a minute. Coming over here, I've already shown you the bullet lights, tiger eyes, pilot lights, whatever you want to call them. Got the little eyebrow over this. Look at that LED. I think that's LED. Maybe it's halogen. I think it's LED though. Blinkers right there. Nice chrome mirrors. I mean, look at that. Just beautiful thing. Big old fender. Like I said, metal. The stripe over the top, black with the gold, copper. I like it. I like it a lot. So, got the copper color going here. You got the brown seat right there. They added this rack. There, you can get a seat for the back of this if you want. They put a rack on this one with a solo seat. The chrome shocks, already talked about that. So this has got what I call the loop frame, which is a Royal Enfield trademark from, they were the first ones, we think they're the first ones to put shocks on the back with a swing arm. And when they did that, they had a loop frame, and we call these ears right here. And, you know, loop frame with ears, and that's what this has, you know, throwback to the old days. The engine actually floats. The engine is actually, I shouldn't say float, it's actually a stress member in the frame. So the frame actually starts here, goes up, engine bolts here and bolts in the back, and that's part of the stress member. Now you're saying, well, what about this? That's only there to hold the foot pegs and the controls. Kind of a neat semi-forward, semi-mid control. I like where the controls are on these foot controls. That's how you check your oil, right down there. Look at that, even the oil cap is metal. Battery charger port right there. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous machine. Check out the taillight. Very classic looking. I have actually had mine at gas stations and had people ask me what year it is, and I'll tell them. They said, no, this is an old bike. And I'll say, no, it's not. You know, it's a, well, I think mine's a 24 maybe. And, oh, no, it's an old bike. I said, well, look, it's got disc brakes. Well, you can add those, you know, and well, it's fuel injected. Well, you can add that, you know, and then I'll show them the LED up here in the screen, and they look at me a little bit bewildered, but that's how classic these look. You know, very, very beautiful machine, an absolutely gorgeous machine. And you know what? I'm gonna get some gear on. We're gonna go for a ride. Wahoo! Alrighty, my friends. Let's go see what this thing can do. Let's go have some fun. It rained here, so I'm going to be careful on this wet grass. Listen to that pipe, huh? I like it a lot. Power through the intersection. Beautiful sound. Listen to that. Absolutely fabulous. What I say, $13.90 for a wheelbase. Look how well this thing turns. Incredibly low center of gravity. Good pickup. It's got a 5-speed transmission. I don't know what kind of pipe that is, but that is a real good sounding thing. If you're interested in this bike, get on the BaxterCycle.com website, and you can see where the rain has dragged some debris over the road, and check it out anyway. Boy, this thing is good. I love the way these things handle. You know, they're such a playful machine. That pipe really ups the game on it. Let's see how it turns here. Like I said, $13.90, so just under 55 inches, 54 3/4, something like that. Look at that. Just handles like a dream. What a grin. That pipe is awesome. Awesome disc brakes on the front, 300 millimeter on the front, dual piston bibrary calipers. Just a great thing, great thing. 270 on the rear, pretty darn good with a single piston bibrary caliper. Spoke wheels. Welcome to fabulous South Marnie. I forgot to tell you about Bigfoot Hill, which is now behind us. If you ever make your way to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, make sure you check out Bigfoot Hill. Boy, that pipe is fun. I like that a lot. That is a real singer. Now look at how these things handle. Look how tight this is, huh? Just absolutely, look at that. And just babying along. Excellent clutch fill. Incredible friction zone, you know. Very, very controllable. Look at that, just peppering along at no speed at all. Time to go, you go. Very smooth transmission. I think it's their second smoothest transmission. I think it's their best 5-speed as far as that goes. Just silky, silky smooth. That pipe. I think we'll stop for this car. How's that sound? Beautiful, beautiful. It just rolls. Hey, let's do the bridge test. We haven't done that in a while. Bridge test is where we try to turn around right here in the length of the bridge without putting our feet down. Very easy to do with this motorcycle for sure. Look at that. Not a problem at all. I love it. I love it. Next on our list of things to do, by golly, is the hill spin test. I love making it sing. Next time y'all make it to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle, make sure you stop right here at the Derail Grill, right there. Try their Wahoo burger. Wahoo! You know what? I better simmer down. Better simmer down. What a hoot. What a hoot to ride, huh? Just a fun machine for sure. We're supposed to have rain this afternoon. We had it last night. So it's we're lucky to be able to get this one in. This ride in. Now, if you all are interested in a motorcycle like this, a new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, Classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, mirrors, foot pegs, helmets, jackets, anything at all. Socks and underwear. They really do have socks and underwear. Get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. Look at this tight spot we're in. Or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker, that's me, sent ya. Oh, what fun this is. Hey, we got to do exhaust pipe alley, right? Let's do that real quick. Oh, that sounded good. Get off that couch. Get out of that easy chair. One more time. One more time. Get out there and ride, my friends. Get out there and ride. Wahoo!
Keep the greasy side down.
Wahoo! Vermont. Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Wahoo, Alaska!